it's Cat, and today I'll talk about the things that will change in Final Fantasy XIV to make it more enjoyable for players like me. These are obviously just my opinions, so if you don't agree, yeah, that's fine. I don't expect anyone to agree with me about everything. It will be very unrealistic to do so. I just noticed I look like a villain with a cat on my lap. Evil things. This is not one of those videos where I will complain about the game for hours. I think Final Fantasy XIV is a really great game, but I'm also a believer that there's always room for some improvements. I love MMORPGs. I've played a few MMORPGs through my life, and I think so far Final Fantasy XIV is the one. It's the game. That, of course, doesn't mean I wouldn't like to see more improvements to the game. There are some features I think will be a great addition to the game, and I will talk about these features in this video. Before I talk about the bigger ones though, I want to get the most obvious one out of the way: character customization. I am personally one of those people who believe glamour is a true endgame. Even if you're not one of those people who care a lot about the glamours, I think everyone would appreciate some more character customization options. Okay, I know Final Fantasy XIV character creation is already great, but I think most of us are pretty spoiled after seeing all the character creation options from other games. I'm not even asking for huge improvements like sliders for everything, except for butts. We really want those butt sliders. I think even the smallest things like being able to dye the hairband in your hairstyle or being able to layer different makeup options will make the community super happy. I mean, come on, we are super easy to please. We were just freaking out about the new sit-in positions they added a few weeks ago. There are so many great hairstyles I would love to use for my characters, but I just can't use them because it looks off with my glamours. I wish we could dye these hairbands or ribbons. It will look a lot better. Also, please, can someone explain me why these horns are gray and not the same color as the aura scales? These are the cutest aura hairstyles, and I can't use them because they look unfinished. I wish they could just match the color of your aura scales. It will look really cute. Talking about the scales, I really would love to be able to change the pattern of the scales and the Mikote marks as well. I know it's not gonna happen anytime soon, but I can still dream. One more unrealistic thing I would like to see in Final Fantasy XIV is being able to customize your character in detail without buying a Fantasia. I won't tell you how many times I bought a Fantasia just to change my cat girl's eye color. I even bought a Fantasia just to max out my character's chest size once. Not my proudest purchase. I was super impressed when I tried out World of Warcraft and saw you can customize your character in detail without paying any real life money. Now, will it make any sense from a business perspective? Absolutely not. But it would make the players very happy. I think there will be still so many people who buy Fantasia to change their character's race, gender, their sub-race. Giving people more options to customize their character won't stop the real Fantasia addiction, you know. Real addicts will keep sipping on that Fantasia, and we support them. They are the real heroes who found our favorite game. I wouldn't even mind if they made the esthetician prices super high. If it's expensive enough, some people will prefer buying a Fantasia for it. Kind of like the jet black dyes in the Mog Station. It's hard to believe, but there are people who buy it from the Mog Station instead of the marketplace. Okay, I've been talking about the character customization for way too long. Let's move on. Let's talk about the friend list a little bit. The friend system we have in Final Fantasy XIV is the only thing I hate with great passion. I'm honestly really surprised they haven't made any changes to it yet. Friend list in Final Fantasy XIV works a little differently from the friend list we are used to from other games. It's individual, which means even if you remove someone from your friends list, they're gonna see you as their friends. Can you see where this is going? When you are in someone's friends list, they can see where you are or when you are online very easily. There's no way to stop them from stalking you. Yeah, sure, you can blacklist them, that way they can send you tells, but they still can see where you are and just follow you around in game. It's really annoying. Stalking and harassing people in game, of course, is a bannable offense, and if you report them, they're probably gonna get banned for it. Still, there should be an easier way to handle this. This problem gets even worse if you were once married to the stalker, cause even if you divorce them in game, they can still use their eternity ring and teleport where you are. I can assure you, as someone who once got stalked by her former FC members and received some very interesting slurs, it's not a great experience. It's broken and it needs some serious fixing. The next thing I want to talk about is not something broken, but it's more of a quality of life feature I'd love to see in game. As of now, we don't have any way to preview the mounts and minions we have in game. Whenever we want to see what they look like, we have to rely on the unofficial sites on the internet. And I think that's nonsense. This is a really old game. How do we not have this as a feature already? There is no way to see what a minion or a mount looks like unless you search it on the Google and see someone else's a screenshot. How am I supposed to know which mount to farm if I don't know what they look like? Okay, forget about the looks. How am I supposed to know that they exist in the first place? I can see it anywhere. There are seriously some mounts I didn't even know existed until I saw someone else riding them. I think that's the biggest feature Final Fantasy XIV is lacking right now. We need some sort of a library to preview these kind of items. The next thing in my list is Cross Data Center Party Finder. Now that data center travel is available, people started moving to other data centers to do their content there. And because of that, Party Finder queues are super slow in certain data centers. Yes, I'm talking about Dynamis. I'm one of these people who moved here for the housing and now suffering. Because there are only 4 servers in Dynamis right now, the queues are infamously long. And because of that, people move to other data centers to do their dailies there. And because of that, the queues are even slower. It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. I think one way to deal with this will be to merge all the party finders and turn it into a big cross-data center party finder. That way the players wouldn't feel the need to data center travel whenever they want to do harder content. And as an addition to this, the queues will be even faster. I heard some rumors this is what they're planning to do, but I can't confirm if it's true or not. If you know anything, let me know in the comments down below. I would love to know more about this. All I know is that it's nearly impossible to queue into an alliance roulette in Dynamis unless you pre-make the party. It's horrible. This is a cry of help. Please help us. Another thing I would like to see in Final Fantasy XIV is seasonal events that take longer. And I'm not talking about the time they give us to complete the event. I'm talking about the event itself. You can complete most of the seasonal events in a few hours and then you are done with it for the rest of the event. Most of the seasonal events we have focus more on the story and less on the content. And while I do enjoy the story, some people just log in, skip every dialogue option, get their rewards and log out. I would love to see more special fates and special dungeons even. I would love to see more action, you know. As for the Tombstone events, it's a classic. We all know it, we all love it. Tombstone events are great for collecting mounts and minions, but I would like to see them get more creative about it. When you play this game for long enough, the Tombstone events can get a little bit repetitive. I think one way to avoid that would be to spice it up, make some differences. What if that rewards merchant spawned only for a limited time if you kill a special mob like a golden piggy? And what if that piggy spawned anywhere in the world? You have to search and find it. Small stuff like these might seem unimportant, but it brings the community together. And we all know Final Fantasy XIV has one of the best communities. I would like to see more events that bring the community together for a single objective. And that's the end of my list for now. I hope you enjoyed my video. Do you agree with me? Or do you disagree with me? Or do you have any other features you would like to see in 14? Let me know down in the comments section, and if you want to support this channel, please give this video a like and subscribe to my channel. I'm sorry, I feel obligated to say this because it actually works apparently. I hope you have a great week and I'll see you in my next video. Stay cozy!